Hello and thanks for staying with us. Nigerian Customs Service speaks on how the economy will continue to grow. Also on customs report, more command speaks on revenue generation as approved by government, plus more reports. I am Igisemeti here. Stay tuned. The custom has continued to fine-tune the economy of the country. The CG says that Nigerian Customs Service will always fine-tune the economy to make sure that things work accordingly, work effectively, as approved by government.
Putting together this press briefing, 2 containers that we have followed over a period of time from our partners arrived at our port yesterday. And true to the information that we received, these 2 containers, 40-footer containers, contained codeine. These 2 containers have also been seized. And the information that we had on these containers is linking the owners to that of the previous ones that we have made.
5 suspects have been arrested with 3 charges and remanded in prison pending trial, while 2 are on administrative bail awaiting court dates. The custom believes that the suspect operated as part of a collaborated criminal network arrested in Nigeria.
These are military camouflage and the military shoes, as well as the swords. They were all extracted from some imported cargo which came through the ports. So, as explained, our non-intrusive technology has the capacity to detect even the smallest item that criminals may want to import into Nigeria. Of course, these are big items that we might see. It is not difficult for us to be able to get the pump action detected. But items as little as this pistol can be detected when we subject them to scanners. We've deployed 2 of these scanners in Apapa port. We've deployed others in other ports, and I'm very happy to inform Nigerians that these are already up and running and we are getting results. This is one of them. It also revealed that there are cartridges and there are blanks and other accessories inside. Most intriguing are the importation of this kind of dangerous materials, which hopefully was imported to get into the hands of some criminals in our countries. So when some guys wear this, they go on the road and say they were stopped by military officers. These are military camouflage. Nobody is authorized to import this kind of things into our country. We've been working with owners of the brands to give us intelligence regarding illegal and improper importation of products for which they have the brands. It looks like it, but if you see this well, you will see that this one is Klugolde toothpaste, with all the trappings and the color machination of the regular Colgate that we knew. So we got the information from them.
The Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, has received the Outstanding Revenue Collection Award at the 2025 Nigeria Excellence Award in Public Service and NIPS, held on Sunday, 7 December 2025 at the banquet hall of the Presidential Villa, Abuja. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, said the CGC was selected from 44 distinguished recipients drawn from institutions across the country following a rigorous assessment of public service performance. The SGF commended Adeniyi for his discipline, transparency, and professionalism in revenue administration, describing his leadership as a clear reflection of the kind of public service Nigeria needs at this critical moment.
This award is a recognition of the giant strides you all have made towards the transformation of Nigeria, and you have consistently put hard work and dedication at the center of your initiatives. Let me use this opportunity to say thank you for your contributions to the transformation of this country. This award is a validation of your approach, but much more as a motivation for you and other coming leaders to continue doing more towards the attainment of a better Nigeria in all sectors of our economy.
Akume added that the Nigerian Customs Service (NCS) under Adeniyi has shown commendable consistency in surpassing revenue targets, tightening border management processes, and restoring public confidence in institutional service delivery, noting that its nomination was both deserving and inspiring.
Just about 2 weeks ago, we had the CG's Award Night. The objective of the awards nights was to recognize excellence. Some officers and men of Nigeria Customs Service toiling day and night in border stations, airports, giving their best to the nation. And so it's such a thing of gratitude that we also have an organization like this that is saying well done to Nigeria Customs Service. So I'm indeed very, very grateful. What this means is that Nigeria is beginning to recognize and appreciate the service that Nigeria Customs brings to the table in terms of the discharge of our mandate, revenue generation, trade facilitation, and national security. So we are indeed very, very grateful that this appreciation is given today. And of course, this is something that is dedicated to all officers and men because it is actually their awards. The Controller General is just there to drive and to give inspiration. The vision is there, and we are happy that all officers and men are keying into the vision, and they are doing it to the appreciation of the nation.
The Airport Command of Nigerian Customs Service has generated more revenue for the country in 2025.
The Murtala Mohammed International Airport (MMIA) Command of the Nigerian Customs Service (NCS) on Tuesday announced the interception of €651,505 and $800,575 valued at about 2.28 billion naira from an Austrian national at the airport. The suspect, identified as Kavlak Onar, an Austrian citizen, was en route to Dubai aboard Emirates Airline on Saturday, December 13, 2025, when he was arrested by the Anti-Money Laundering Unit of the command.
It is worthy of note here that this interception aligns with the laws and acts which empower and confer on the Nigerian Customs Service the right to prevent illicit financial flows and ensure strict implementation of anti-money laundering obligations at all borders, particularly Section 12 of the Foreign Exchange, Monitoring and Miscellaneous Provision Act, 1995. Section 3, Article 3 to 5 of Money Laundering Prevention and Prohibition Act, 2022, and Section 55, Item 1 of the Nigerian Customs Service Act, 2023. Meanwhile, the general public is hereby advised that carrying currency exceeding the legally approved threshold of $10,000 or its equivalent is not an offense. However, failure to declare, false declaration, or under declaration of the prescribed amount constitutes an offense under the law. Therefore, I urge you, if you don't have anything to hide and you are into a legitimate business or trade, to make an honest and full declaration of your currency and other negotiable instruments that are above the threshold of $10,000 at the current declaration decks, which you find at the arrival and departure halls of the airport, or you risk being prosecuted and losing the money to the federal government of Nigeria.
Speaking with journalists, the Customs Area Comptroller of the Command, Comptroller Chidi Nwokori, disclosed that the suspect and the seized foreign currencies will be handed over to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, for further investigation.
As part of our ongoing efforts to enforce customs regulations and collaborate with law enforcement agencies, we are handing over the following seized undeclared foreign currencies: 651,505 euros and 800,575 US dollars. When converted to Naira, this amounts to almost 2.2 billion Naira. We are handing this over to EFCC today. This also is a demonstration of the synergy that has been existing between the two agencies, knowing that nothing gives energy to strategy like synergy.
You are watching the program Customs Report.
The Nigerian Customs Service, NCS, on Friday, 12 December 2025, graduated officers of Senior Course 13 and Junior Course 23 of the Nigerian Customs Command and Staff College, NCCSC, Kwagalada, as part of ongoing efforts to strengthen leadership capacity, operational efficiency, and strategic management across the service. The ceremony attracted senior officers, instructors, and invited guests, highlighting the service's commitment to continuous professional development and institutional excellence.
The graduates here today have passed through a rigorous process and they are now better informed. They have emerged as transformed ambassadors, embodying a new customs defined by discipline, excellence, and transparency.
Sincerely appreciate the Nigerian Customs Service Management under the leadership of the Controller General of Customs, who also served as the special guest of honor of this occasion today. The presence of the special guest of honor here today reminds us that greatness is not attained overnight, but earned through perseverance, sacrifice, and integrity.
Representing the Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, the Deputy Comptroller General, DCG, in charge of Finance, Administration, and Technical Services, Kikelomo Adiola, congratulated the graduates and urged them to deploy the skills and values acquired during the program to enhance service delivery in their respective commands and units.
Training is a structured learning process that is designed to help individuals acquire knowledge, skills, and competencies in today's rapidly evolving customs environment, where technological advancements drive competitiveness. Continuous capacity building is essential and it's highly valued. The service recognizes this critical role of training in the professional development and its personnel. Effective training enhances knowledge, skills, boosts efficiency, improves stakeholder satisfaction, fosters adaptability, ensures consistency, increases motivation, and confidence, among others. Therefore, the service has committed resources to ensure the sustainability of this important initiative.
On behalf of the members of directing and administrative staff and the entire college community, we present this to you. Sir.
The acting controller in charge of Idiroko Command has said that the Nigerian Customs Service will continue to improve the welfare of officers alongside making sure that importers get their consignment as approved by government. He has this to say.
The Ogun 1 Area Command of the Nigerian Customs Service has made a significant breakthrough, intercepting contraband goods worth over 2 billion naira within just 11 days, including 2 exotic cars valued at 28 million naira. The seized items include narcotics, 16 parcels of heroin, 16 kilograms worth 240 million naira, and 3,355 wraps of cannabis sativa valued at 435.08 million naira. Food items, 2,200 kegs of foreign groundnut oil worth 264 million naira, and 5,417 cartons of foreign spaghetti estimated at 162.51 million naira. Deputy Comptroller O.O. Afeni warned that smugglers will face severe consequences, stating there will be no hiding place for perpetrators within the command's jurisdiction.
Achieved this through the diligence of our officers and men and cooperation of the compliant traders, our stakeholder engagement. In line with interagency synergy and national protocol, we shall, in the course of this briefing, formally hand over the seized crystal melt, heroin, and cannabis sativa to the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, Idiroko Special Command, for further necessary actions. This goes beyond enforcement. It underscores collaboration between agencies for public safety and national security. I reaffirm our unwavering resolve to sustain this momentum. Smugglers and their collaborators are hereby warned to stay clear of Ogun 1 Command. We remain vigilant, alert, and ready to confront any threat to economic and security interests of our nation. The NCS Ogun 1 Command, under my leadership, will continue to act with integrity, courage, and professionalism, guided by our mandate and committed to national development.
The seized narcotics have been handed over to the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency.
Intelligence was the key factor. And I made it known to my patrol leaders that posting is going to be merit-based, performance-driven. So these are the results for just 11 days. Number 2, we have scaled up our architecture to be able to sieve contrabands from legitimate trade. Yes, legitimate trade. We are here to facilitate legitimate trade. So our risk profiling is in top gear. There is no issue with, we don't delay. Here is purely an enforcement stone. We don't compromise gain of goods unnecessary.
Tinkan Customs Command has made huge revenue for the country in 2025. The controller says that its men will continue to implement government directives approved by the Secretary of Customs, making sure that revenue are collected at all given time in the country.
The Tinkan Island Port Command of the Nigerian Customs Service, NCS, on Wednesday strengthened its strategic engagement with the media as it hosted the second batch of the Maritime Journalist Training Workshop, positioning capacity building as a critical pillar for compliance, trade facilitation, and national security. Declaring the workshop open, the Customs Area Controller, Tinkan Island Port Command, Comptroller Frank Onyeka, said the training aligned with ongoing reforms within the service aimed at strengthening compliance, deepening collaboration with stakeholders, and embracing modernization in line with international standards. Speaking at the opening ceremony, Onyeka described maritime journalists as strategic partners in customs operations, stressing that informed reportage was essential for transparency, accountability, and public enlightenment.
This workshop comes at a critical time in the ongoing transformation of Nigeria Customs Service. The service undergoing deliberate reforms aimed at strengthening compliance, deepening collaboration with stakeholders, and embracing modernization in line with world best standards. The media, especially maritime journalists, play a very significant role in this journey as partners in information dissemination, public enlightenment, and accountability. The importance of this training cannot be overemphasized. It is designed to promote stakeholder partnership, encourage inclusivity, and foster knowledge sharing between Nigerian Customs Service and the media. And an informed press is a powerful ally in nation building, and through engagements like this, we aim to build mutual understanding, trust, and a shared commitment to transparency, accountability, and professionalism. This training workshop is specifically aimed at equipping maritime journalists with a deeper understanding of custom operations, trade facilitation processes, compliance requirements, and the monitoring initiatives of the service. It's also intended to build knowledge gaps, dispel misconceptions, and provide a platform for constructive engagement between the customs service and the media. I wish to emphasize, like you all know, that the Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, MFR, PhD, PhD DAGA, places very high premium on stakeholder collaboration. Under his leadership, Nigerian Customs Service continues to strengthen partnership with media, private sector, sister organization, and the general public.
The Assistant Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service, who recently retired from Nigerian Customs Service, says that Nigerian Customs Service should continue to promote the well-being of officers. The ACG says that, as far as he is concerned, he has benefited so much from the workings of the Nigerian government alongside the present CG of Nigerian Customs Service.
Anti-Smuggling SAR Assistant Comptroller General ACG Hussein Kende Ejibunu has paid glowing tributes to the present Comptroller General of the Nigerian Customs Service, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, PhD, MFR, for the great opportunity given him to showcase his potentials in the service. Going memory lane, he recalled that there were 3 persons in the customs that made his life worth it.
The journey of 35 years has ended, and it has ended gracefully. All of you made my day. Despite all the shenanigans and all the niceties witnessed in the job, I still have 1 or 2 memorable days that I will never forget in my life. Enforcement duty has been what I know and I did throughout my service in Nigeria Customs Service. I served Nigeria throughout the 6th geopolitical zone. There's no way I've not worked. And there's no way I've not made a mark. But situations when you move out and you come back in peace, you have to thank your God.
In an interview on the sidelines of his well-attended retirement party in Lagos, Ejibunu singled out Senator Francis Ade Fadaunsi, MFR, former Comptroller General Ali, and current Customs boss Wale Adeniyi for showcasing him to the world.
I can remember that time, each month we used to have, in most cases, more than about 15,000 bags of rice in a month, then 2 vehicles, then 3 tramadol. The most exciting thing there was the tramadol worth 3.5 billion that I seized, that I was able to take off the shelf so that all those criminals will not be able to have access to it to continue with their dastardly acts.
He did not miss out former Industries Minister as well as that of Internal Affairs, Major General Abdullahi Bagudu, who assisted in his enlistment in the service. ACG Ejibunu pointed out that it was Fadaunsi who brought him to the CG Strike Force when he, Fadaunsi, was the coordinator. He remained the last man standing with Fadaunsi then. The Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, has called on maritime journalists to continue to set agenda for accelerated growth in the maritime sector. The Customs boss made this call on Wednesday in Lagos at First Mediacom Network Limited launch of a new capacity center for maritime journalists. The Customs boss, who was represented by ACG Mohammed Babandede, gave his congratulatory message on Wednesday at the 10th anniversary annual seminar for maritime journalists to ensure balanced reportage.
Journalists and stakeholders alike have harped on the importance of factual, evidence-based reporting in the maritime industry. You have a range of industry issues, a lot of which are very technical in nature, a lot of which require a bit more grounding than needs to be addressed by persons who have industry-specific information, who have nuances and details that speak to the issues that they are dealing with. And for that reason, having a Center for Maritime Media and Capacity Development is one which is very, very commendable.
Fully supports this vision. As we continue our reform in the Nigerian Customs Service, aim at improving efficiency, transparency, and service delivery, we count on maritime journalists to inform the public accurately about these challenges. We also count on you to highlight areas where we can do better. Constructive criticism help us improve. In the same spirit, we encourage maritime journalists to continue deepening their understanding of customs operations. Our doors remain open for engagement, for clarification, and for collaboration.
The agency I represent also sits on pools of data, and I will tell you some secrets of what we are doing in relation to data, so that it can also inform you as journalists how to get data from NCS to also contribute to your storytelling.
The Center for Maritime Media and Capacity Development is our bold move to bridge this gap and also ensure that the maritime journalists, irrespective of how old or young you are, will remain relevant.
Just before I round up this week edition of the program Customs Support, we brought you a report where most of the commands in the country have continued to generate so much money for the country, whereby the fight against smuggling has also intensified in all nooks and corners of the country. For me, Igiseme Engineer, thanks for watching.